Hello and welcome. I'm really glad you're here today. Today, I want to talk about something we all face, sometimes every single day, making decisions. Big ones, small ones. And all the quiet decisions we don't even notice we are making. Making decisions sounds simple. We choose, and then we move on. But in real life, it rarely feels that easy. Decisions can feel heavy. They can feel confusing. Sometimes they feel exhausting. And sometimes the hardest part is not choosing wrong, but choosing at all. Many of us grow up believing that good decisions always feel clear, that there is a right choice and a wrong choice. And if we think long enough, the right one will appear. But that's not how it usually works. Most decisions don't come with certainty. They come with doubt, mixed feelings, and fear of consequences. One of the first things I want to say is this. Feeling unsure does not mean you are bad at making decisions. It means you are human. We often put pressure on ourselves to decide quickly. We think speed means confidence. We think hesitation means weakness. But hesitation can also mean care. It can mean you are trying to understand yourself instead of reacting automatically. A lot of decisions are not about logic alone. They are emotional. Even when we list pros and cons, emotions are still there, quietly influencing us. Ignoring emotions doesn't make decisions better. It just makes them harder to understand. Sometimes we delay decisions because we are afraid of making a mistake. We want a guarantee. We want to know that everything will work out. But life doesn't give guarantees. Waiting for certainty can turn into staying stuck. There is a difference between taking time and avoiding choice. Taking time means reflecting with honesty. Avoiding choice means hoping the decision will disappear on its own. Most of the time, it doesn't. Many people struggle with overthinking. They replay the same choice again and again in their mind. They imagine every possible outcome. They try to control the future through thinking. But thinking has limits. At some point, it stops helping and starts hurting. Overthinking often comes from fear. Fear of regret. Fear of judgment. Fear of responsibility. We worry about how others will see us. We worry about disappointing people. Sometimes we worry about disappointing ourselves. Another common reason decisions feel hard is because we confuse choice with identity. We think, if I choose this, it says something about who I am. That's a heavy burden to place on one decision. A choice is something you make. It is not who you are. You can make a thoughtful decision and still face challenges. That does not mean the decision was wrong. It means life is complex. We also need to talk about how past experiences affect decisions. If you've been hurt before, you may hesitate to choose again. If a decision once led to pain, your mind remembers. It tries to protect you. That protection can look like avoidance. Fear is not always the enemy. Sometimes fear is information. The problem is when fear becomes the only voice we listen to. There is also intuition. Intuition is not loud. It doesn't rush you. It doesn't shout. It often feels like a quiet knowing. Learning to hear it takes practice, especially in a world full of noise. One helpful question when making decisions is not what is the best outcome, but what choice feels honest right now. Honesty does not mean comfort. Sometimes honesty feels uncomfortable, but it feels real. Another important part of decision-making is understanding your values. Values are not goals. They are directions. When a decision aligns with your values, even if it's difficult, it often feels meaningful. Problems arise when we make decisions based only on expectations. Expectations from family, from society, from social media. We compare our path to others and forget to check if it fits us. Comparison makes decisions heavier than they need to be. Someone else's success does not mean their choices are right for you. Everyone carries different needs, limits, and desires. Sometimes we stay in situations not because they are good, but because they are familiar. Familiarity feels safe, even when it hurts. Making a new decision means entering the unknown. And the unknown can feel threatening. But staying is also a decision. Not choosing is still choosing, and that choice has consequences too. It's important to remember that decisions are not permanent labels. You are allowed to change your mind. Growth means adjusting. It means noticing when something no longer fits and responding to that awareness. Many people fear changing their mind because they think it looks like failure. But changing your mind can be a sign of learning. It can be a sign of self-respect. Another difficult part of decision-making is responsibility. When you choose, you own the outcome. That can feel scary. But responsibility is also empowering. It means trusting yourself enough to stand behind your choice. No one makes perfect decisions all the time. That is an unrealistic expectation. What matters more is how you respond after deciding. If a decision leads to discomfort, you can reflect. You can adjust. You can learn. Harsh self-judgment does not improve future decisions. Kind reflection does. Mistakes are often treated as failures, but they are teachers. They show you what you need. They show you what matters. They help refine your understanding of yourself. Sometimes we look back and think, I should have known better. But you decided with the information and emotional capacity you had at the time. That deserves compassion. Decision-making also changes with time. What was right for you years ago may not be right now. That doesn't make past choices wrong. It means you've grown. Another helpful approach is breaking big decisions into smaller ones. You don't need to solve everything at once. You only need to decide the next step. Small steps reduce fear and increase clarity. Writing can help. Talking out loud can help. Silence can help. There is no single correct method. The key is creating space to hear yourself. It's also okay to ask for support, as long as you don't give away your authority. Listening to others can offer perspective, but the final choice should feel like yours. Sometimes the hardest decisions are the quiet ones, the ones no one sees. The decision to rest, to stop, to say no, to choose yourself without explanation. Choosing yourself does not mean ignoring others. It means including yourself in the decision. As you move through life, you will make thousands of decisions. Some will feel light. Some will feel heavy. You don't need to carry them perfectly. You just need to carry them honestly. Making decisions is not about controlling life. It's about participating in it. Showing up, taking responsibility, allowing uncertainty. You are allowed to be unsure and still choose. You are allowed to be afraid and still move forward. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is movement with awareness. Before we finish, I want to remind you of this. Your worth is not measured by your choices. You are more than your decisions. You are the one learning, growing, and choosing again and again. Thank you for being here and for listening. If this conversation resonated with you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd really love to hear how you experience making decisions in your own life.